Carabao Cup third round action to discuss. Let's start, Stevie, with the 7-2 thrashing Liverpool over Lincoln City FC, as you would expect, and really this one done after just about the first half hour.
Yeah, it was kind of what was written on the tin. You know, Liverpool were just too slick, too quick, too clinical, and really showed that, well, they showed the difference between the two sides on the field, which sometimes we don't always see in the Carabao Cup. So it's a good performance. Listen, when you score a lot of goals, it always buoys everybody up, regardless of whether half the team wasn't playing or what. It's always good around the club when you've got plenty of goals in you. And all in all, it was a good night for Liverpool, no question.
Mentioned half the team wasn't playing there, Stevie. Jules, no front three for Liverpool, but no problem in this match.
No problem, and I think the idea was to qualify with playing some players that need to play and need to get some fitness, need to get good experience, like the youngster ones, like Rhys Williams, like Nicol Williams. It's the debut for Tsimikas, it's a debut for Diogo Jota as well, and I think those games are very useful for that as well, for that purpose of giving game time to people like Minamino and Origi and Shaqiri, also giving experience to young players. Like we mentioned earlier, you could still have one half of Van Dijk, one half of Fabinho. You can rotate a bit more, and everybody goes home really happy. You see 7-2 win is great. You move on to the next round, and then you keep that momentum as well for a big game on Monday night against Arsenal.
Stevie, Jules mentioned Fabinho. We've seen him as a centre half. We've seen him as a centre mid. Where is he more valuable to Liverpool?
I think right now it's at centre back. You know, Liverpool's line with Van Dijk and Gomez at the start of this season was absolutely horrendous. And Fabinho came in at the weekend against Chelsea. I still think the line was a little too high, but my goodness, it was far more solid. And Fabinho was asked the question a couple of times one-on-one against Werner. And he came up trumps both times. So I would think right now Fabinho is certainly a lot more valuable to Liverpool as a centre-back, considering not just how they actually started this season, but the way they finished defensively last year as well. Something needed to be done, and I think Fabinho moving in there, probably not for the rest of his career, but certainly for the foreseeable future, would be a smart and good move for Liverpool.
If Liverpool were dominant, Manchester City certainly were not. It took a 75th minute game-winning goal from Phil Foden just to beat Bournemouth. Stevie, what happened to Manchester City in this match?
I mean, to be honest, I mean, they were dominant. I mean, they completely dominated everything that was going on in the game. They just couldn't break down Bournemouth. That was the big problem. Eventually they did. They got the win. That's all that matters. But again, you know, they played a lot of kids as well, and so you can understand against a quite an experienced Bournemouth side why they found it difficult. But they got the job done, and they got some. You know, Jules was talking about Liverpool getting players time on the field. That's exactly what they did, and so they win the game, and that's what the most important thing is. Certainly, they would like to have been a lot more comfortable, but you know what? Sometimes a little adversity goes a long way in the long run.
Hey, Jules, Eric Garcia and an academy product starting as your centre halves today for Manchester City. Why isn't Koulibaly or somebody on this team yet when it's such a glaring need and we're running out of time?
Because it's, I mean, especially the Koulibaly deal is a very complicated deal to do, and I think they're still trying for it. I think very soon, if that one can't happen, they will have to then switch the focus to another of their target. Maybe Jules Koundé at Sevilla, maybe Jimenez at Atletico Madrid, I don't know, whoever they want. But I think they need another body there. They need another centre-back. I think Eric Garcia will go as soon as Todibo has left Barcelona, and he wants to leave. He doesn't want to renew his deal at City, so there's no point for City to keep him anyway. So they need someone else, and I think, like you said, time is ticking, but make no mistake, they will have another centre-back by the end of the transfer window. Let's just find out who it is. It could still be Koulibaly, it could be someone else, but they know they need someone else, and they will find someone else for sure.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.